Hi, I'm Bodhi. Are you feeling anxious right now? I know a lot of people out there are. So a simple thing you can do is a moving meditation. And I know a lot of people struggle with seated meditation. So here's an alternative that you can do to calm your mind down, quiet that overly beating heart, and make yourself feel way better. So we're going to give you 3 exercises that are going to compose a very short, less than 10-minute moving meditation to get rid of that anxiety. So first off, we're going to start with waking up the joints. Now this is a really simple exercise that's going to actually help move lymph through the body, so it really helps with the immune system, but it's going to really help your body to feel better because we're going to move blood and oxygen. So first, we're basically going to roll everything for 10 repetitions. So we're going to be starting with the knees. You're going to place your hands on your knees and you're going to roll counterclockwise. 10 repetitions, always exploring as big a range of motion as you possibly can. And you may hear some creaking and cracking, and that's totally fine. What's called crepitus. But you always want, like I said, we always want to explore the biggest range of motion if you can without any pain. We're going to switch directions, roll the opposite way, keeping the feet flat on the floor, rolling nice and easy. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Breathe nice and easy and relax. Roll those knees as big as you possibly can. Now, we're going to step the feet out about slightly wider than shoulder width. We're going to lock the knees and now we're going to roll the hip. And we're basically looking to open up the 6 meridians that run through the legs. The stomach, the spleen, the liver, the kidney, bladder, and the gallbladder. And we get lots of stimulation just by rolling these circumductive movements, switch directions, roll the opposite way. And a little bit of movement goes a long way because when it comes to range of motion, if you don't use it, you lose it. So simple practice that you can do. You don't need a lot of space. We just roll the joints basically as big as your arms. Now we're going to take the hands behind the back and we're going to roll the upper body. Big circle rolling all the way around, looking 360 degrees around you. Nice and relaxed. And if you have any issues with your back or whatnot, you can always use a smaller range of motion. Just do a small range if you have disc or vertebral issues. But if you can, roll as big as you can all the way around. Switch directions, we'll go the other way. And we want about 10 reps. Don't get too caught up on repetition count. You want to do as many as you can. Some days you may need a little bit more, and that's totally okay if you need 20 reps or 15 reps one day. We want at least 10 reps just to make sure things are moving nice and limber, nice and loose. All right, so we went through the knees, we went through the hips and the lower back. Now we move to the upper body. So same thing, we're going to roll the arms, big circles around, nice and relaxed. Once again, use whatever range of motion you can. If you have problems with your shoulders or your back or your neck, do whatever you can. Keep it nice and easy. Make sure you breathe at all times. Nice, relaxed breath. Switch directions. Roll the opposite way. Big, open, nice and relaxed. And you can do this anywhere. If you're actually still working and you're at the office, you can do it at the office. You can do it at home. Do it in your backyard, wherever you like. You don't need a lot of space to get these exercises done. Next, we're going to move to the elbows, like 2 propellers. You're going to keep your shoulders nice and relaxed, and we're going to roll those elbows around. So we have 6 meridians that run through the arms. We have the lung, the large intestine, the small intestine, the sanjiao, the heart, and the pericardium. Switch directions, roll the opposite way. And once again, this is all about moving blood, oxygen, moving lymph, moving synovial fluid. That lubrication of the joints really helps to keep those joints nice and healthy and happy and make your mind a little less stressed. Last, we're going to do the neck. So we're going to be rolling the neck around gently, really gently as you roll around. And it does help if you open up the jaw as you roll around the back. Take some pressure off the cervical vertebra. And you go nice and easy. As always, you may hear cracking and crunching. That's okay. And once again, limitations. You can make a small range. Not a big deal. If you're someone who gets dizzy, pick a spot on the floor. Keep your eyes on that spot on the floor. That'll help you to not get dizzy. Nice and relaxed. Switch directions. Last 10 reps. Breathing nice and easy in through the nose and out through the mouth. Totally relaxed. Waking up all those joints. Moving as much blood and oxygen throughout the body. Very well done. So, this is called waking up the joints. Next, we're going to move to waking up the qi. And this is our second exercise, is really about moving lymph. And so we're doing a little bit of what's called empty palm padding. So we're going to cup one hand and we're going to tap over the entire body. And you don't need to tap very hard. If 10 out of 10 is as hard as you can, 5 out of 10 is more than enough. And you just want to give a little tap over everywhere, making sure that you don't miss an inch. Where there's more meat, you give it a little bit of a harder slap. Make sure you go all the way down the legs, all the way over the hamstrings and the glutes and the quads. Make sure you get a little bit of everywhere. Tap in your tummy, tap in your chest, tap in the entire body. Nice and easy. Like I said, 10 out of 10 as hard as you can hit. 3 or 4 up to 5 is more than enough. And this is our second exercise, waking up the joints. First, waking up the joints, the second is waking up the qi. So our third exercise and final exercise is what's called Trembling Horse. And this is a really fun one and it's always going to make you smile. So we're going to step the feet out a little wider than shoulder width, bend the knees, kind of like what's called a horse stance. And we're going to start with the hands and we're going to just circle the hands. And you always have one hand that's a little more coordinated than the other, a little bit easier to move, but you're just going to spin the hands like you're turning 2 light bulbs. And you're going to keep turning, staying nice and relaxed, until you feel that pressure building up around the hands, the qi building up around the hands. And once you feel that, then we're going to add in the elbows, like 2 chicken wings. You're going to flap those arms nice and relaxed, keeping everything nice and relaxed. Don't worry about reps. Just flap till you feel loose, and then we're going to add in the shoulders. And we're going to shake the shoulders, feeling everything shake. And once everything's loose in the upper body, then we're going to turn from the waist and shake everything. You want to shake it till you're smiling. If you're not smiling, you're not shaking enough. Shake nice and loose, nice and loose, nice and loose. And then we're just going to stop and relax. You're going to feel this tingling sensation as the qi settles down your arm. We'll step the feet in. And then to finish off, we're going to finish with 10 cleansing breaths. So you're going to cross your hands in front. You're going to take a deep breath in and visualize gathering white light all around your body as you breathe in. As you breathe out, melt it down over your body, melting all tension into the ground. In 2, gather and melt. In 3, gather the light, melt it over your body. In 4, gather and melt. In 5, melt. In 6, gather all that love and light around you, melting away all that anxiety, that stress, that tension. In and out. And in and out. Last 2 breaths, as slowly as possible. Gather the light and melt. Last breath, as slowly as possible. Gather the light and pulling it down, melting over your body. At the bottom, gather up a little wisdom water of the kidneys. At the heart, turn it over and wash down the heart fire. One more time, up and down. Very well done. Now, this is something you can do every morning, every night. You can do it a couple times a week. You can do it whenever you are feeling anxious and stressed. Connect your mind to your body, connect your body to your breath, and that will all connect it to the moment. Give it a try.